Hello, welcome to this video on building your game. So we're going to see how you can build your game and how you can play your game. So far everything we've been doing in terms of running our game has been happening in the editor. But the end player of this game isn't going to be able to press this play button up here and have the game run in this little window down here. They're going to open it as an executable file on the computer. And so we build the game so that we can generate those files that are going to run the game for the end user. So the way you can do that is to go to File, and Build and Run will do it directly, but better to go to Build Settings. Just make sure that everything's in place here. So I have the two scenes in here. You choose what you're building for. So I'm going to build for Windows here. Now you can actually change this, and you can build for different platforms, but I'm just going to build it. This is Windows, Mac, and Linux. But you can build for different platforms. I'll build for Windows here, and I'm going to go Build. So when you click on Build, it asks you to choose where you want to put it. Now, don't put it in the same folder as your project. Put it somewhere else. I'll put it on the desktop in this case. Okay, and I will just make a new folder for it, actually. I'll call this runner game builds. Open up that folder and select it. Now building could take a little while, so I will see you in a few minutes when this is done building. Okay, so here it does say that the build failed. If I look in the console here, build failed. There were some compiler errors and some scripts apparently. So let's just go make sure that we have everything tidied up here, and then we'll try again. Okay, so I'm going to double click on one of these errors. Well, first of all, let me just go look on my desktop and make sure it didn't actually build. So I have this folder called runner game builds. Sure enough, it's empty. Okay, so double click on this error, and Unity editor animations apparently has caused a problem. It says animations doesn't exist, so we'll get rid of that one. Maybe just these usings that we're not using there. Okay, Control-Shift-S just saves all open files. Okay, so just make sure you're reading the error messages that you get in the console there. So here it says the namespace animations does not exist in the namespace Unity editor, right? So that's how I knew to go take away that line, the using Unity engine dot animations. So stuff like that can come up sometimes. So let's try it again. File, build settings. Okay, and we'll go build. I'm going to select that runner game builds folder, and I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hopefully this builds. Okay, it looks like the build completed. 34 seconds, that's not too long. Let's see what the result is. So this File Explorer opened up here and shows me the results. So there's actually a whole bunch of things in here with this runner game tutorial.exe. So this right here is the executable. Now, if you double click on that, it's going to open up the game in its own program. Right, which is the whole point of a build here. So here it is. It's what the game looks like when it opens. So main menu. Okay. We can try the quit button. That works. Nice. Try the start game button. And that actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so notice our coins text isn't exactly in the place we thought it was going to be. So that's something to notice in the build here. I have to go edit our... I'll try to lose here too. So we might have to go edit our canvas to make sure that it actually... Yeah, to make sure that it actually puts things where we want it to. So there's lots of canvas options to decide where on the screen things will go. I'll press quit again. So that's really cool. And if you want to share your build with someone, you'll have to share this whole folder with them. So it's not enough to just send them the .exe. You actually have to send them the whole build. And notice this exe is about half a megabyte, right? But everything else in the folder will be a little bit bigger. And so Your challenge is just to actually build your game and try playing your game and see what you think of the actual build. And once you have finished the rest of the videos, then you'll also be submitting a build to the teachers. So we'll have a way for you to do that. Yeah, for now, just go and practice building your game, and then continue on just with the last little bit of the tutorial here. Okay, well done. See you in the next video.